Good morning. Thank you for coming out today. I'm standing at the steps of City Hall. My name is Alicia Purdy. I am running for mayor in the city of Albany. This year, the election is November 2021, just 4 months away. This is going to be the most significant election in a generation in our city, the city of Albany, New York, a city that we love, the capital city of the greatest state in America. Today is the first in a series of press conferences where I will unfold a comprehensive plan to transform Albany's future under my leadership as mayor. The plan for Albany's transformation is focused on vision, born from collaboration, consultation, innovative and diverse thinking, ideas, expert perspectives, insight, and commitment to this wonderful city, its amazing, diverse communities and people, and our collective future as we transform ourselves into the greatest small city in America. A good leader, an effective leader, doesn't just take charge over things. A good leader raises up other leaders, and that's the foundation of how Albany will build up from the rubble, with leaders across communities who lead from the ground and who lead by example. This vision for our transformation is what happens when people finally have hope for their future. But first, in order for our transformation to occur, we must take the crucial and first step to voice our discontent and reject 100 years of the destructive and abusive policies of this administration and the political status quo, and replace our failed leadership in our city by electing Alicia Purdy for mayor. I'm here today because it is time that somebody steps up and speaks out loud what so many are afraid to say. It's time that someone takes the lead and that someone makes the declaration that the city of Albany has had enough, and that someone speaks with vision over our city. And as a leader, I will go first. Today I call for the resignation of Albany's incumbent mayor, SHEEHAN, effective immediately, for the fiscal mismanagement, the lack of transparency and accountability, and the destructive policies that have devastated our economy, the livability and the reputation of our great city of Albany, New York. I call upon SHEEHAN to remove herself from office for calling the city of Albany, quote, a city of protesters, for inviting chaos and excusing and defending the destruction of our small businesses, and facilitating abuses across our communities. Instead of supporting the right of free Americans to assemble and peacefully petition their government, and being incapable of fairly protecting the residents of our city, their businesses, their homes, their properties, their children, their families, and for the repeated reactive outrage at inanimate objects like guns, instead of holding people accountable for their actions with those guns, knives, rocks, drugs, M80s, bricks, illegal off-road bikes, and their own two fists. We know that as the head goes, so goes the body. These problems will not go away just because Alicia Purdy is the new mayor of Albany. A new mayor is only step one, but it is the most important step toward our transformation in the city of Albany and the vision that we have for our future. We have had multiple shots fired again just this weekend, bringing us to 10 deaths of beloved human beings, close to 40 wounded, and hundreds of terrified residents, in addition to thousands of spent shell casings strewn throughout our city, while the leadership in this city seems perplexed and outraged, but still incapable of constructing an infrastructure for our safety. I call for the resignation of incumbent Mayor SHEEHAN for putting politics before people and overlooking the good men and women in our communities by not choosing a police chief who is loyal to our city, who shows up when we are in crisis and need leadership, and who is capable of supporting both our officers and our communities when tough decisions are needed, and yes, when mistakes are made. As mayor, I will appoint a police chief who is trusted and respected from among us, who knows who we are, who knows what we need, and who will be here for our city. And when hard times come, and they will come, that police chief will be present and accounted for. I want to thank Albany County Sheriff Craig Apple and the Albany County Sheriff's Department and our New York State Troopers for stepping in to assist the Albany Police Department by upholding and enforcing our laws and ordinances and addressing crime in a manner that the current administration has lacked the stomach or spine to do through our dwindling, overworked police force. I call on Kathy Sheehan to step down as mayor because she has threatened our economic future by stacking the COVID relief panel with her political allies and cronies, fellow board members with multiple points of contact, wealthy elites, and big development corporations who stand to benefit financially from the COVID relief money that belongs to the people of Albany. I insist Kathy Sheehan step down as mayor because her administration has not been transparent with the people of the city of Albany about what that COVID relief money is legally allowed to be used for. I have nothing to hide. Transparency is one of my primary platforms, and it will be a foundational policy in my administration because my sole vision is for the recovery and prosperity of this great city. I insist on the resignation of incumbent Mayor Kathy Sheehan because in 2020, when she, with great fanfare, took a wage cut from her silver earnings and pretended to live like an average resident in the city of Albany, the reality was that in addition to being an independent millionaire, she also used $520,000 on the city budget referred to only as personal expenses. That's over $500,000 of our tax money during a season of rising poverty rates, well over the national average in our city, and during a pandemic when we were all suffering financially and living on school lunches delivered by essential workers. Have you had enough, Albany? Our city is in turmoil. After 2 years of the city's administration, the election for mayor in Albany will be the most significant election in a generation because a great deal of money is at stake, and our safety is at risk, and our future rests on this election. Because leadership in City Hall has proven they are incapable of anticipating or circumventing division, confronting adversity, managing in a crisis, and putting people first. What 2020 revealed was not that COVID demands experienced leadership, but what we learned is that our city needs a new mayor, a fresh vision, and a people-focused leader. And that after 2 terms in office, with a fully democratic common council, still nothing of true substance or actualized value or benefit to our community will get accomplished. As a mayoral candidate in the city of Albany, I insist Kathy Sheehan drop out of the running for mayor because of her history of purchasing elections with her millions of dollars, proving she does not have the support and good faith of the people of the city of Albany. For purchasing her 2013 campaign with a personal loan to herself of $387,000 because she said she did not want to be beholden to donors. The translation is that your current mayor did not want to be held responsible by you for her promises or her deliverables. In the 2017 election, incumbent Mayor Kathy Sheehan was sued for breaking campaign finance laws and taking excessive campaign contributions from big donors and giving rewards to her friends for their donations. We are a city of people. My vision is to earn the faith and trust of the people and raise up leaders, not rule over them. I insist Kathy Sheehan step down from the running because she promised she would not run for a 3rd term, and that she supported term limits, and then blamed COVID for her flip-flopping and justifying her legacy as experienced leadership. And if experience has taught us anything, it's that experience proves nothing about one's ability to lead well and to manage effectively. I insist she drop out of the running because of this year's abysmal primary, where she earned roughly 3,600 votes from people in her own party in a city with 20 times that many voters. The city is clearly ready for transformation. Channel 10. Sorry. Clearly ready for transformation in its leadership. I can just hold it.
No, let me,
That's all right. I'm just going to keep going.
all right, but,
This is where push comes to shove we were talking about earlier. It always comes to shove. My campaign as the people's mayor for the city of Albany will not be a negative campaign, but I have just issued the facts and they are all negative. We reject the Restart Albany plan for its lack of creativity, innovation, and imagination, and for its crooked political priorities and thievery from the people of Albany. We are not going to replace the spark plugs and restart Albany. We are not going to restart the old jalopy. My vision for our great city's future is called Operation Transform. And in the coming weeks, we will unfold this plan step by step with fresh vision and a new hope and a clear plan to transform Albany into the greatest small city in America. I call out to the city of Albany, to those in distress, to those in debt to this city, to those living in discontent. I speak to dry bones and those who have said our hope is gone and we are cut off. And I call to you, the people of Albany, and I say you will rise again, you will breathe again, and we will breathe new life into this city. I am Alicia Purdy, the people's mayor, because in spite of our many problems, I see people as the solution. I need your help. I need your financial support. I need your resources and connections. I need you to join with me, to volunteer, to rise with courage, to be seen and to be heard, to shake off your fear and say that you've had enough. Through Operation Transform, we will bring new vision and deliverables into the city of Albany that directly benefit the people who live here, who pay taxes here, who come to school here, who have children here, and who have any interest in the city of Albany via New York State, the greatest state in the United States of America. Next week, at a press conference, step 1 of Operation Transform will be unfolded, and for the next 9 weeks, we will attack the vision with passion, with concentration, and we will bring transformation to the city of Albany. Thank you for your time today, everybody. Thank you for coming. If you have questions, I'm happy to answer those, or we can stay afterward. Go ahead.
Alicia, you called us here today in part to talk about gun violence.
Yes.
Can you give us an idea of what steps you would propose to stop the amount of shootings?
Okay. The very first thing that's going to help us address civilian violence using guns will be holding people accountable for their actions. What we've seen in what Sheriff Apple has been doing in this large sweep that they just did, where they arrested this large pile of individuals who are bringing drugs and crime into the city, it is possible to address other crime before you address the largest part of the crime. So gun violence, civilian violence using guns, you will hear everyone who's running for office say this. It is a multifaceted solution. It's not a matter of just taking guns off the street, because guns will just come back on the street. It's not a matter of just buying back guns and giving them gift cards. It isn't. What this has to do with is enforcing and upholding the laws in our city. It's going to include a more expanded police force. It's going to include relationships within the community. It's going to include addressing youth with programs in education. It's going to address, again, holding people accountable for their actions that are not related to violence using guns. And this is one of the things that we've seen success with the New York State Troopers and the Sheriff's Office coming in, and they are addressing behaviors that can lead to violence. And by the way, it is possible to understand and create patterns around violence that's happening in cities. It is possible. It has not been employed effectively in the city of Albany, and that will also be part of the transformation of gun violence. And I want to be very clear, and I said this at the top. A new mayor is not going to wipe away the violence in now the election is here and the violence is gone. A new mayor is step 1, because we need new management and how we address our crime. And this is going to take, of course, a collaboration. Anybody who wants to make any transformation is going to say that. No one person is the solution. What we need is a leader who is able to bring people together, create trust, and let them know that they are supported, especially in people who are trying to uphold and enforce our laws. We have seen in the last few weeks, this is possible, but the right leadership infrastructure has to be in place, or it's simply not going to happen, and we have no history to prove that it ever will. So there's no reason to believe that it would change going forward with the current administration. Does anybody else have a question?
Should we fix our mic?
Well, I'm just wondering, maybe we can get your one-on-one so our mic.
Okay, let's do that. That would be great. No problem. No problem. Okay. Are there any other questions? I'll be staying afterward for a little while. If anybody wants to talk, that's fine, off camera or off to the side or whatever. Thank you guys for coming today.
Duct tape.
Yeah.
I had some duct tape, but
Yeah, I know. I went with the gaffer's tape. I should have went with the duct.
No fair